Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all.
We should be the best team in the East by far because, as you see, Orlando was not what we thought they would be. Um, Atlanta, who I thought would have been a slight threat. Like I said, Detroit took a step back. So I don't think Detroit is a threat how they was last year. That's my opinion. I just think by All-Star break, we should be clear cut the best team in the East and probably top five best teams in the NBA. But I want to see how good we look and how great this offense clicks and how good our defense looks against the top teams.
Uh, we could go back and forth right now about who's the best team between the Pistons and the Knicks. Who do we project to be where they're supposed to be come January? That's a real conversation right now. With Flea broke it down yesterday with what Jalen Duren. I forgot he was 21. I forgot he was 21. That guy looks like he's born 40 years old. And the kid Cade, they added the right pieces. The Knicks didn't come out the gate like the Pistons did. These are the teams that, like you said, all right, maybe Cleveland started to pick it up too now. Donovan Mitchell went bananas the other day. Darius Garland finally played 2 games in a row. Again, it's the regular season, but this is why I like what I saw from tonight. I keep forgetting the kid's name that didn't play today. Cam, whatever. That is a scorer for the Cam Thomas. He usually scores like 50 on us, and 49 of the points are in the fourth quarter. And somehow against them Tibbs teams, he kept the Nets relevant against us. There was none of that today. It was no chance of it today because of the way people performed. And on top of that, Mitchell Robinson only 16 minutes, dominating. So he's doing something that I only seen maybe several teams do. It's still kind of like we're hoping that he's all right. But the fact that he had 2-3 days off, we knew like, yo, he has to play Sunday against the Nets. It's the Nets. You have 3 days off. You got to play. If we can hold you down into the playoffs, then we can see the matchup we have against Jalen Duren and them. All these things matter to me. Even Brunson, the way he approached the game, he threw a pass, he threw it over OG's head, and they were saying that Mike Brown saying in practice, or he told Jalen Brunson, I don't care if you missed that pass. If OG's in the corner, throw it to him. I'll blame him at practice because that's where you need to be throwing the ball. That is a skip pass. You don't do that. And that is the mentality you want to have Jalen Brunson to have because he don't have that mentality. He gets to the basket with them no-look passes today. Your man was Jason Kidd Brunson today, Fleet? You kidding me? Jalen Magic Brunson. That no-look was vicious. We dropped it off to, I think it was Bridges or Deuce. I forgot who it was. It's the These things have to matter because when else are you going to get real game reps like this? This ain't practice, homeboy. And we need this, especially if the Pistons are mad. I like that you got the young Bulls coming up. They don't have a real veteran, but you can't sleep on them. They took us 6 games last year. Might have been a phantom foul. I want to treat them like the old Pistons treated the Bulls. I want to treat them like the Warriors treated the Rockets. So I don't want to just look past anybody because we don't got no championship to be talking like that, old ball.
Yeah, you just the same thing you said last season. But it's a good team up and coming. Me and when we're playing how we supposed to play and clicking in all cylinders, we are by far the best team in the East. I'm sorry. You've been saying for the past 2-3 seasons, we don't care how good Cleveland plays in the regular season. They are not a threat. So bringing up Cleveland for me is irrelevant. That's because you've said it I don't know how many times. Like I said, I like Detroit. I love the matchup. I just love the series as far as us going against them because it's electric. It's entertaining. But let's be for real. They ain't fucking with us at all. For me, the only team that stands in our way is us. We ain't lose to it all the time. If we ain't gonna play defense, if Brunson's not gonna get everybody involved, if Cat is not gonna dominate, then of course throw everything out the window. We won't be nobody in the 7-game series. But if we clicking in all cylinders, nobody's fucking with us. So for me, I get it. Detroit is up and coming. Now, I think Detroit took a better leap than what the Orlando Magic did. I think the Orlando Magic is a la Memphis in the West, where you thought they was going to take that leap, and now they just stuck in the mud. To me, I'm not even thinking about them. But get Detroit, they're young, they hungry, they're well coached, and they have a legit superstar. Get that. But we are constructed. We are the better team from top to bottom. So would it go 5, 6 games and be entertaining like last season? Yes. But would I be afraid? No. I just think, like I said, as long as guys are doing what they're supposed to do, I think about All Star break, it shouldn't be a question. We should be the best team in the East.
What you thinking, Flea? You heard we talked about Detroit yesterday. Biggest surprise. You heard us back and forth about these Pistons. What you thinking?
Yeah. I don't overlook anybody in the Eastern Conference right now at this stage, but especially not the Pistons. I looked at the Pistons. I've probably watched 2 complete games this season for the Pistons so far. They actually beat the shit out of the Nets the other night. So I mean, it's just another kind of scheduled win because the Nets are not good, but they just look different how they operate over there. Cade looks way more polished at that guard position. He's getting to easier baskets. He's obviously a great passer. And then that kid Duran has just taken a huge leap. Like, he's not one of them guys that's just a screen setter and just get out the way. They giving him the ball now. He's making decisions with it, putting it on the floor, either pass, shooting, or dribbling. And if you got a guy that could do that, like, they're gonna be tough. They're gonna be tough to beat. So I don't overlook them. I do agree with OG though. If we're playing at the best of our ability, I still don't think Detroit's best is better than our best. I just don't overlook them. I said we got to come to play every night against them, like we did last season, right? They still got a Saw Thompson who's gotten better. He's still going to be a hound on the defensive end. Yeah, Brunson had his way with him, but Brunson had a tough time with that kid. He had to play at an elite level to shake that kid. So Detroit's just going to keep coming and coming, pause. But I don't think that at our best, nobody's rocking with us. I just don't see it.
Can I ask y'all?
I agree with that, but all boys started it off with saying that Detroit didn't really impress him, and then he kind of backtracked. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Didn't backtrack. I did not back. Tell me how I backtrack.
You started off by saying that the Detroit Pistons ain't impressing you at all whatsoever. That's how you started this off, and then you said compared to the Magic. Hold on. I don't want to overlook them because that kid Cade is looking like an MVP. And these guys like that, they look for these moments to show people why I am an MVP. And we can say at our best we could be anybody. That's great. But we have seen us not at our best. So King's speech, when you say things like, I'm gonna convince you we're a championship team, I don't know how Fleet doesn't go crazy when he hears stuff like this. I'm usually the one saying crazy shit like King's speech. You cannot be a championship team if we haven't even sniffed the playoffs yet. It's 75 games away. We just started playing like a formidable championship playoff team. The Pistons are starting to look like that too. Everybody else, to me, is in 3rd, 4th, 5th place. The Pistons right now and the Knicks are the best teams in the East right now, old boy.
So for me, I hear where you're going, but I'm gonna take a page out of Flea's book. We're the team with the experience. We're the team that just was in the Eastern Conference Finals. So if history, is what it's supposed to be, we should be in the finals this season. Like I said, I'm not knocking Detroit, but let's be for real. The way Giannis is playing out of control at this point, no telling if Milwaukee make another light move that can ruffle Detroit's feathers. Like I said, I like Detroit, but let me ask y'all this then: who do y'all worry the most right now with these little bit of games being played? The Detroit Pistons or the Philadelphia 76ers?
Fleet, they playing right now. Detroit is up 88-85. It looks like a hell of a game.
I would go Detroit only because they've had some experience against us. See, that's the other thing too. It's not like they're going to walk into a series and have some nerves against the Knicks. They're going to walk into a series with the same kind of confidence they walked into it last season, maybe even a little bit more. So, I mean, again, this is basketball. Anything can happen. I'm just saying, I know what I'm watching from that team, and we can't just walk in there overconfident, thinking that the same type of effort that we brought last season that we could bring this season, and we just gonna get them out of here. I think we need to, capitalize on just being a great team that we are, continue to build on who we are defensively, and win games. Because the Detroit Pistons, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Cleveland Cavaliers, for me, that's kind of where it stops. Philly, I don't know. Philly has to show me. Philly absolutely has to show me. Seems like Joel is playing well, so we're going to see. But Philly absolutely has to show me. These other teams, though, we have to come correct.
Well, Philly. Oh, good, Fabian. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Good.
Even with Embiid showing up fully healthy, now we're talking about fully healthy. Philly don't have a chance if Mitchell Robinson is there. We taking your man out, and B's the MVP guy, and he slows them down. By the way, I don't see how they don't trade him like that. He looks insane with those young pups. They are scary though. That's that 3-4 guard lineup is crazy. McCain hasn't even played yet, so yes, they're scary from the up and coming, baby Clippers standpoint from the 2000s, the OKC early on in the 2010s. Like they have a little fear to them, but the Pistons at their best and us at our best, that was a matchup problem. I wasn't scared of Philly 2 years ago with Embiid. And like if we were all healthy, we're the matchup problem for them. We have all solutions for their problems. The Pistons, bro, it's all I was worried about was Cade elevating, but I didn't see that kid Durant elevating the way that he did. And we're not deep in the front court to deal with everything from Detroit, from a Durant, if he's really going to take a leap in the playoffs. I think they provide a matchup problem 1 through 8. They're tough, and their bench plays us tough. The Philly will have to go through a miracle thing. They're just young dogs, in my opinion. Maxi's great. Don't get me wrong, but you got to share the ball on how to share the ball with Edgecombe and McCain, and B looks like that'll be an issue that we could solve.
I mean, we could have this discussion all night. I get it. But Flea, really got experience with us too in the playoffs. And that series was a hell of a series in a dogfight. Like I said, I'm taking us over both those teams. And remember, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably wrong. Remember, I thought it was going to be a threat, and I was dead wrong about that. So, I mean, I just feel that, the Knicks, we just have to be clicking on all cylinders. This style of basketball that we're playing, the defense continues to get better. I just feel none of these teams, and to me, it's not overlooking them. It's just I think we're just flat out better. I'm not going to say we'll sweep Detroit or it won't be a hell of a series, but just like last season, it could be a great series. But if it's going 5-6 games, like I said, we now have some firepower off the bench, and I think another year of guys just getting better, and like y'all always say, that chemistry. And just guys having more confidence. I think now in the playoffs with guys like Bridges and OG, and then now you got Clarkson and Deuce coming off the bench, and hopefully Mitchell Robinson by then is fully healthy. And then now we have some type of chemistry with Brunson and Cat, where Cat is now once again playing at a semi MVP superstar type level. I just think none of those teams, 1 through 8, 1 through 9, and they ain't got nothing for us. Now, if it's 1 through 3, 1 through 4, okay, I get it. But I think where we separate is when you start getting to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I didn't even name Josh Hart. So when we talking Josh Hart, we talking Mitch, we talking Deuce, we talking Clarkson. I'm gonna be honest. I just think we're just better than all those teams, top to bottom. But we just have to play the right style of basketball and play some fucking defense.
Knicks Rehab.